Alright guys, so here's what's going on. Apparently the new Pokemon Go update is coming out and confirmed finally by Niantic, and we're finally going to get our legendaries. Now, which one are we going to get? God only knows. Alright guys, don't forget to hit the like button, don't forget to subscribe, and on with the video. Everybody's kind of leaning towards Me Too, or most likely, maybe possibly the birds, or maybe all three birds, but some people are pointing out that it might just be all of them. I don't know. I have a feeling it's going to be all of them. I don't think they're going to give us just one, especially with the possibility of Generation 3 being right around the corner. I've said it once, I'll say it again. It's probably coming out this year, no matter what anybody says. So at this point, we're not 100% sure of exactly what it's going to be, but they said there's definitely going to be legendaries. So at least we finally have that confirmed by them, even though everybody's pretty much already known this by now. Another thing that's come out has to do with the gym mechanics. I said in a prior video that they're probably going to be wiping out all the gyms, because with the new gym mechanics and then with the species specific, or having either only be able to have one or two species at a time in a gym, they're going to kind of have to wipe out all the gyms across the board. Also, there's a rollout situation because we're talking about Northern Hemisphere. It wouldn't shock me if they did it where they only started in one place and ended in another, because they did that when they rolled out the game originally. Going to kind of annoy a lot of people, but is what it is. Either way, we're getting a lot of the things we've finally been asking for: PvP, the new gym mechanics, the legendaries. This is all coming up again, most likely right around the 1-year anniversary of the game. Maybe a little bit beforehand. People are saying next week. I don't know. As for time frame wise, it could be tomorrow, knowing them. But they finally have come out and actually said that they're actually doing this. This is stuff that's coming out. This is what to expect. They have not given us exact specifics on what the gym mechanics are going to be for the change. They haven't given us the exact specifics on how many of the species are going to be in the gym, if that limit actually even takes place. So, but most likely with these type of gym mechanics and what they're going to be doing with the game, 99% sure that you're only going to be allowed to have one or two. Plus, I'm betting you're only going to be allowed to have like one legendary in total. So if they release 4, you'll be allowed to have one legendary per gym. So that'll make things kind of interesting for everybody who actually gets a legendary, trying to find a gym to put them in. So also with that being said, if you have a bunch of Pokemon in your gyms right now, I would seriously suggest keeping them, trying to get as many Pokecoins as humanly possible, because once that comes out, it's going to be a free-for-all for everybody. The slate's going to be completely cleaned, completely blank, and it's just everybody's going to have to get what they can get. Luckily for me, I have 3 gyms directly around my house. That'll be the first place I'll be stopping, and then the inlet out in Atlantic City. That's 6 in total, and if I can hopefully keep those, and if they, depending on what they do, having to do with the feeding the Pokemon thing, which has not been confirmed yet. Everybody's kind of hoping for it, because it would solve a lot of problems with people just keeping Pokemon sitting in stagnant gyms, which is the problem right now. That would definitely solve that problem. Wouldn't be able, or maybe there'd be a timer on them. Most likely be some sort of a timer, just like where if you go to the shop and you have the Pokecoins you can click on because you're in a gym or something like that, that timer kind of starts. Most likely each one of the individual Pokemon will have their own timer. Now, how exactly you can keep track of that, most likely it'll be when you hit the button and you see the Pokemon pop up, where instead of, where it shows that little icon that it's, in a gym, instead of that little icon, it'd be like maybe an icon with a timer on it. I assume that's how the architecture is going to work for that part of the game, but either way, I mean, we just got done with the rock event. That was kind of on the side. I expected more, but still better than the grass event. Then they're talking about having social events where basically the players can actually create the social events ourselves. Because they were talking about some group in Japan having to do with a bug event. Now, how they would create their own event right now, I'm not really sure. Again, the CEO of Niantic has said on numerous occasions that he wants to kind of focus a lot of things towards more of the social aspect of having different groups. People get together, festivals, all that just put out there. Now, that's going to be great. How in the living world they're actually going to be able to pull that off is beyond me at this point. So we'll have to see how exactly that's going to go down and how exactly that's going to work. I'm not 100% sure yet. I have to assume that it would have to be in some sort of a park situation. And we all know the wonderful park problems they've had before out, Milwaukee or Wisconsin or something like that, where if you even stare at a park, it's going to jail. And whatever you do, don't play Pokemon in Russia in a church. Just want to put that out there. So, yeah, that's pretty much what's going on right now. Oh, and PvP. They're talking PvP battles. We'll see. I don't know if it's going to come in this update. I have a feeling the whole update thing is going to be kind of split into 2 or 3 parts from what I know of. It just seems like a lot for them to come out with and not have any problems in one shot. I could be wrong. Now, when all this stuff came out having to do with the design partner over at Niantic, when he started talking about everything, he also said that because the game's huge success, they had to, like, be quiet about a lot of I don't understand what he was talking about. And then he said something about next summer, but where he was, summer's already happened. So for him, it actually would be winter because the reversal, you know, summer, winter, winter, summer, having to do with like Australia and things like that. So for us, it would be summer, most likely anniversary date. If we have any type of an event beforehand, I don't think so. So we'll have to see what happens. I'm pretty damn excited about it. It's been a long time coming. I mean, you're talking about a year now that we've waited to try to get these legendaries out, and we haven't even gotten one yet. So if we can get all 4 or 5 or so, hell, give them all to us, that would be great, because then that opens the door for the Generation 2 legendaries and when they might pop out. Then you're talking about a winter-fall situation. So there's just so many different moving parts right now going on. They can release so many different ones. And you're still talking about you only have one shiny out of all of them that has been released, and I still, to this day, cannot believe there was no shiny release in the Rock event. That was a huge missed opportunity for them, because the numbers are going to come out, and they're going to be still, again, way, way lower than the Water event because of the shiny situation. It's going to be, it'll be more, obviously, than the Grass event because it was a week longer, but it's going to be way lower. I mean, again, I think it was like I forget what I said. It was like 29 or 65 million Magikarps alone were caught in comparison to, you know, which is like double what was even in the Grass event. So the Rock event is obviously probably going to be double what I think double, triple what the Grass event was. Either way, we'll have to see what happens. I don't see them not. I'll be honest with you, I don't see them not releasing all 4. It would be in their best interest as a company and as a game to do so. And I've said something. And they're also doing all this stuff having to do with the cheating and getting rid of it. And they're trying to kind of bring back a lot of the players and keep them playing. Now, to keep them playing, you're going to have to put out more than one legendary. Or bring people back even. You're going to have to put out all the legendaries for at least all the legendaries for Generation 1. Now, if they were really smart and they wanted to go completely just off the wall, release at least 1 shiny or 2 shinies and all the legendaries. And just make them super rare and have everybody just be able to go bananas for them trying to find them. That's what I would do. Anyway, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe.